And we're up. All right. Welcome, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the
Buenas
RJ²
noches.
Podcast. Why are you talking? Welcome to the RJ² Podcast, where we invite you to join the conversation. My name is Jamal, and with me is my friend Renell, who likes to
Hola.
talk over me.
Bien o no?
Oh man, we're down 1J tonight. Jermaine, he's running a little bit late, but he'll be here in the next half an hour. But this is our first episode, and we're here to bring you unfiltered uh, information about life, culture, manhood, and so much more. The goal is to stream here every night, Mondays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and on Instagram. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, drop a comment down below, and join the conversation to help us grow the channel and build our community. All right, so tonight's agenda. Do you remember what this episode's called?
The bod mod episode 1, bod mod.
Yes, episode 1, Built, Not Born, the Truth About Body Mod. So
There we go.
that's going to be our main topic tonight. But before we do that, first off, how you been? You told me that you've been spending a lot of time with your son this week. Unpack that. What's been going on?
Yeah, it's been an amazing week. My son's on spring break this week, and we've had a little staycation. We went to a local little amusement park here, played a little miniature golf, got on some rides, and played some video games. So it was great just being a kid all week. Awesome.
I love how Jermaine's calling me right now. Hold on, let's see if I can.
Yeah, he's about to get fired.
What's up, Jermaine? Uh-oh.
Hello?
There you go. What's up, man?
You're on the show.
Jermaine. I don't think you hear me.
Hello.
Hold on. Let's see. Let me switch it to my phone. Oh, then he hung up. I'll call him back. Put him on speaker. I guess he wanted to. Yeah, man. What's good? You're on the stream. What's up? He's not invited. How'd you join last time?
So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously we're still having technical difficulties. Bear with us as we fumble and stumble, but we will get there, promise.
Well, how do you want the invite? You want it via text or email? Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely get there. So,
Indeed.
uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I heard an email. Hold on. Yeah, the code is 678134. 134. Yeah. We're gonna get this right. It's only the first episode. Yeah, no, I was just talking to our audience. Oh, okay. It's 678134. Well, so we're gonna show some videos, and we were gonna have some reactions because Jermaine and Renell hadn't seen the videos yet, and I have them queued up here. We're gonna show them in just a moment, but I think we might need to pause for a little bit. Oh no, but we can't. We're live. I mean, and see Renell's laughing at me because he made the same. I wish we could freeze time. How's it going, man? You good?
Just call it training timeout.
All right, hold on. No. So I think that's the problem. So here, I'm gonna email you a link because like
I just logged out the Charlotte that was not logged. I guess Renee was in there twice.
I don't know. Okay. Because if not, I can send you here. I'm gonna.
Stop trying to blame me because you're late.
I know, right?
Trying to blame me, Michael Jackson.
I know, right? RJ, dude. Send him a link anyway, just in
If he'd
case.
show up to work on time, maybe we wouldn't have
Oh, there
this
he
problem.
is. Okay. All right.
There he is. All right. Michael.
Oh, where's my drink?
Woo.
What's going on? How
All
do I
right.
sound?
You sound great.
All right,
You
man.
sound great. Oh, okay. I see you, man. All right. So I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pretend that we are starting right now, and I'm gonna do that intro one more time.
Let's
So
do it.
hold on. Yeah, so hold on, let me do that. All right.
Pump, pump.
Here we go. And everyone who was watching on the stream, just pretend this is the first time. All right, here we go. All
We
right.
have one
Hello.
person watching.
What's that?
Hi, one person. We have one person watching.
Yes, exactly. All right, here we go. I'm about to start. Okay. Hello and welcome
I
to
bet
the
I know who
RJ²
that is
Podcast.
too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hello and welcome to the RJ² Podcast, where we invite you to join the conversation. My name is Jamal, and with me are Jermaine and Renell. We are your unfiltered crew, diving into life, culture, manhood, and so much more. We stream here live every Monday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube and Instagram. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, and join the conversation to help us grow the channel and build the community. All right. Now we've started. It's official. We're good.
Mhm.
How's it going, Jermaine? You all right?
Yeah, man, it was a long day. Caught in traffic for like 2 hours. So,
Whoa.
yeah, I was trying to push it. I had to get here, take a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. But
All right.
we are here, people.
Yep.
And we're ready to go.
Listen, this is real life. You know, Michael, what's his name? Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson says.
Right.
Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan
Everybody's got
until
a
you're
plan.
punched in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So we got punched in the mouth, the lip, the eye, but we're gonna keep it pushing. All right. So I have some videos. Jermaine, did you send me a video?
No, I didn't, man. I was gone all day.
Okay, it's cool. I
just
wasn't
didn't
trying
have
to
to.
call you out, I just didn't remember. Okay, all right, cool.
No,
All
you're
right,
good.
So I'm gonna show.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna show.
Yay.
Yo, yeah, this is. I haven't even hit play yet. So we're gonna see what this is about, and tell me what you think.
There's no volume.
But you can't hear it?
No. Can you hear it right now?
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh. For real? Uh-oh.
So in the settings, I think you're gonna need to.
Yeah, you have to hear it.
I know
So,
she's had a lot of surgery. That's what I do know.
Either
yeah,
that or lots of Botox or some kind of fake
a lot.
Botox. Mm-hmm.
You can't hear it? Oh man.
More like motor oil.
Audio. On that chest volume. Oh. What if I went to
J-Dog, I like that facial hair, man. Looking good.
No, I got to shave, man. I haven't shaved in like. See, I can't grow an entire beard, first and
No,
foremost.
I know.
So this is like 4 months worth of just patches.
It's about since you were 16, you've been growing that.
Yes, but I've been, running around for the past 2 months. So,
well, I'm gonna be honest, if you can't hear it, that's gonna kind of kill the segment right there.
So what we do is we push through it. We go to the next part of the segment, or the next segment, I should say.
Yeah, well, all right, let's talking about body mods. Okay. Yeah, that's too bad. I had a lot of really good videos.
Well,
Oh
we'll get
man.
it. We'll get it next time.
Okay. All right.
I'm
I
pretty
guess
sure
so.
it's the way you can share it to StreamYard, and then it should play, but you'll probably have to put it in a queue, like in a video holder, and then just bring it up while we're on. I would think that's the way it would work. I'm not a tech guy, but I'm pretty sure you'll probably have to save the video to StreamYard to show it while we're watching.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. All right. Well, sorry about that. Because I wasn't able to test it myself. I needed someone else, but it's cool. Well, all right. Before we go into the next segment, I did want to touch on the heartfelt conversation we had the other night, Jermaine. I thought, and it was improv too, which was great. You mind unpacking that a little bit for everyone who's watching, listening?
You mean with my son and his mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I pretty much me, Jay Shizzle, and Ray Ray was on the line, and they both have sons. So Jay Shizzle has two, Raynell has one, and I asked them, what are two questions you would ask your son once they either reached the age of 21 or was older than 21? Um, One person's question was I a good father? Another question was, and I erased the questions. One was, what was I a good father? What was the
Right.
other two?
Uh,
What what
what could you go ahead? Go ahead, Mel.
go ahead. You go.
What could I do to ensure we continue our
But
relationship?
yes, that was the second, a healthy, loving relationship, father and son, even though the age is 21. And what was the other one right now?
And the last one was, did I show you love?
I don't know if that was the last one.
I don't recall.
What was
I totally I'm
I
winging
thought it
it.
was do you love me or
No, did I show you something to the effect of,
something to do with
did I
love.
show you a love?
Did have
Uh,
something to do with
did I
love.
show you enough? I don't know. Something
Mhm.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, either way, the three of us was on a phone call. Then we conference called my son and his mother into the call. I prefaced the call with letting them know, my son's 26. He's blunt. He's not going to cater to my feelings or anyone's feelings. And that's how we moved into the phone call. So I asked him um, the first question, which was what once again? I'm tired,
Was
forgive
I
me.
good? Was I a good father?
Was I a good father? So my son said no. In some aspects, yes, but overall the answer was no. Because he felt, and we won't go into each specific thing, I wasn't there enough in person. He pretty much said what I said on our dry run, if you guys remember. He pretty
Yes.
much said that.
Yeah, you called it.
Um, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, you called it. Yeah, you said he would say
Yeah.
that.
Now he said a few more things. Um, Brought up a few things that maybe he felt he was not taught, and I could agree with him. Growing up between living with his mother and then my visitations when I saw him. But the bottom line was his answer was no, to where um, was I a good father? And the reasoning from him was some things could have been taught that was not, in just the time span in which we spent time together. Obviously, my son lived with his mother growing up. So we weren't together every day like him and his mother was, you know. And we asked his mother the same question: do you feel I was a good father to our son? Now, her answer differed from his. She said yes, but she also said you weren't a great father, but you were a good father with the cards that you were dealt. Am I, is that pretty much verbatim, guys? Or am I?
Yeah.
Great summarization.
Yeah. So, that's how that question went. Um, and we veered off into a lot of topics with them. But, just, the fact that my son is open with me and he's willing to hurt my feelings so that he's not put in a position of catering to them, somebody did a good job, regardless of her or me or life in general. Somewhere he learned life lessons where he doesn't have to compromise his integrity to appease others, regardless if it's his mother or father. Because he did, and I won't say this, but he did say something in that conversation about his mother also, but that's for them too. I'm only talking about me and him. So
Right.
that's the kind of kid he is. And he's not a kid, he's 26. That's the type of man he is, where he's going to say what he's feel. He's going to let you know why he feels that way, and you can take it or leave it. And that was the conversation. And I would say to Jamal and Raynell, remember that conversation, because some people can't take that truth once their son or daughter hits a certain age. So how can we avoid that as fathers? Be more present, be in your child's life, teach them things that you were not taught, teach them things that you learned, and be a sounding board for them. I would suggest a father should ask their child, regardless boy or girl, one question in every day. Just one question every day over a 18, well, let's say it's when they can actually understand, sent from kindergarten. One question every day over that 5-year time span. I think you'll have a clear understanding of who your kid is.
I like
Well
that.
said.
Unfortunately, well, and Renell's in the same boat. We don't get to see our kid every day. Actually, Renell, I think you see your son more than I see mine. In an ideal situation, Jermaine, I think you're right. I think that would be great. In a good use of time and having that foresight. And the question I had for your son, or I guess the statement I made, was really just to impart some wisdom on him, in that you feel this way today, and he's 26 years old, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So I just wanted to kind of expand his mind, and maybe give him the possibility that at some point in the future his opinion may change. Just given the fact that as we get older, we get very retrospective and think back and reflect. And my dad wasn't perfect, but now that I'm a father, I'm a lot less critical of him, and I'm more appreciative of what he did as opposed to what he didn't do. And
Right.
so, and he's no longer here. So, you know, I, I think the older you get, and the fact that he's not here just makes me that much more appreciative, even for the small things. So, anyway, I just thought that was a really good conversation. I wish we could have had it for the pod, but it's all good. We'll definitely have him on
Oh, we'll do
again.
it later. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
are willing
Well,
to come
if
on. You guys know
if
that.
I
But go ahead,
could,
Renee. I apologize.
if I could real quick, Jamal, and that's a great point. I think, just to piggyback off of that, Jambo, the one thing I would add, Jermaine, is that Jamal saying, hey, keep your eyes open and mind open, as and time you'll see that Jermaine is present and he's there. But I think, based on the relationship, based on the interaction and the rapport that you have with your son, the synergy that you have here with your son, from what I saw last night, I think you guys are already there. Like,
I
you
think
can
so.
see the closeness,
Yeah.
I
Very much.
I can I have to tell you, I was actually a little envious of your relationship with your uh, son's mother. I didn't want to say her name. Your son's mother and your son, and the way that little trinity interacted with two
Yeah.
complete strangers. I
Yeah.
mean, it was, to me, I don't know about you, Jam, but I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was
I thought so.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were dropping the F bombs and, saying,
Very
R-rated
comfortable.
things. Yeah. And I thought it was amazing. I felt like I was amongst a family. And I have to tell you, um, um, I won't say too much, but I'm not in that same boat. I don't have that kind of rapport with, old
No,
relationships.
I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. Look,
With your baby mama, that's what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
With baby
Yeah,
mama.
indeed.
Baby mama's a little
Yeah, yeah. Baby mama.
you know what's funny.
it's how she is. Yeah. Hmm.
So what's funny is, I've never called my son's mother my baby's mom. I feel it's disrespectful.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, we're doing it for anonymity here,
no, no,
but
no, no,
I
no, no. I'm just speaking in general, like the social climate today of how they say my baby daddy or my baby
mhm,
mama. So I'm not
mhm,
speaking of you guys personally. It was just something I never used, just because I felt that she is his mother. I'm not saying she doesn't make mistakes. Um, I'm not saying I don't make mistakes. I just veered away from that as much as possible, and I'm just not I'm just not that type of person that's like, oh, everybody's calling their kids mom, baby mama, let me jump on board. Like, that's fucking weird to me. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like, I don't
yeah,
say, and I may say it in a playful way. Like, if we were in here, I may say, stop the cap one day. But I don't say that shit, like, stop the cap. I don't say
mhm,
pause or no homo. Like, stuff like that
mhm.
is just weird to me. Like, I'm not
Or
that
no
dude.
kidding. Mhm,
Like,
yeah.
why do I
Do
have
you
to
do you know all
got
this terminology? Because he just taught me this shit yesterday. I did not know, like, the no homo.
I
What did you
know.
say? Stop
Yeah,
the cat. I
it's
still
on
don't know. What does stop the cat mean? What does that mean?
me
Stop the
stop
stop
cat.
lying.
lying?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Listen,
Oh my
when we
God.
were
I'm
that
getting
age, we
old,
came up
bro.
with stuff,
I'm getting old. Damn.
you know,
All right.
I mean, I'm really dating myself, but saying something was deaf, that was cool, and, I mean, you can't say that now, but yeah, it's all on YouTube, yeah. Remember deaf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
I was like MTV, man.
yeah, I
Even
know.
Yeah, man,
Well,
but and I know fathers, I think one of the most important decisions in life you're going to make as a man is who you choose to marry and who you choose to have a child with. That's probably the two most important decisions besides,
hopefully it's the
well, I
same
was,
person. Yeah,
yeah, well, hopefully it's the same person. Yes,
right.
yes. I mean, but you may get married and get divorced, but some
I know.
people have children out of wedlock, whatever the case may be. But
Mhm,
even if
mhm,
it's out of wedlock, the woman that you're with, and we're speaking from a man's perspective, the woman that you're with need to have some type of ethical code, some morality, carry herself in a certain way, um, able to articulate herself in a certain way, able to be compassionate, nurturing, caring, a good person overall. And she also needs to be loyal. See, me and my son's mother wasn't together, but she was loyal, even though we weren't together. And I know that sounds weird, but she was loyal. And she's married with other
She
children.
still she how many children does she have?
Three.
And she's currently married, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But she was still loyal. Now, it takes nothing away from her marriage, but she was loyal to me with our son. And I'm
Yeah.
not speaking in a sexual way, I'm speaking in a co parenting way. This is our son. We parent him, we decide what's best for him. There are no other outside influences. I would never, and of course, I'm not married to her, but I would never think of saying to her, maybe you should do this with your children that you have from your husband. Like, that would be weird. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't let it happen in our case scenario. That's what I mean when I say she was loyal. never put me on child support. When I first came back from the Navy, she flew with him to bring him to me, would stay for a certain amount of time, then I would fly him back. When I first got out of the Navy, I didn't have a car. She gave me her car. I flew to New York, drove her car back just so I can have transportation for a job. Obviously, it helped her out also because I'm working. I can send money to help. But those are things she did for me, especially early on when Kef was super young, to allow me the space to come into my own. And I don't think most women would do that, bro.
Mm.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. Yeah. Well, anyway, it was a touching moment, and thank you for you know bringing them onto the call and sharing that, and yeah, and you touched on something else too, that while we're on this journey, having this podcast, it's important for us to have conversations and to continue talking and getting to know one another. I think that was a great first step towards that. So I want us to talk about it on today's show. So appreciate that, Jermaine.
No worries,
All
man.
right. Yeah, absolutely. So Renell touched on how he was spending time with his son because you have spring break. That's what you have this week. I actually started my autism therapy. Tonight was my very first um, session, I guess. It was with other people, and autism is a spectrum. Yeah, I appreciate that, but hold on, I don't know if you'll clap when you hear what happened, because autism is a spectrum, and you have people who are high functioning like myself, where you would never know unless I told you, and then you have other people where you're like, okay, something's off, right? And then everyone in between. And I feel like for whatever reason, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but I think um tonight's session that I had, they veered more on the lower end, and the I shouldn't say lower, but on the further from me, I should say, to be respectful. But yeah, it was just about how to engage in healthy relationships. And it was very simple stuff, like they had a smiley face, a sad face, and they had these different words, and you had to move the word to where to match the
Mm.
right face. And I'm like, okay, so
Well, you
instead
might
of
be in the wrong group.
yo, exactly, like hitting somebody, where should the word hitting go? And I'm like, are we serious right now? So it just let me understand that, wow, there's like yeah, it was. So I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't stay, I dropped off. But I think that's part of the challenge, is like finding a community of people who are right around my
Yeah.
level. So
Yeah.
more to come on that, but I think tonight for me was a fail in that regard. But I'm determined. I'm committed. I will continue to do it. But that was something that happened to me today. So anyway, not the best day.
Yeah. Yeah, Jamal, I'd like to also add, I'd love to hear from the audience, if they have any family members or they themselves actually are going through the same journey. Please leave your comments in the comments section and talk to us about your experiences and any ideas for future podcasts.
Look at
Over to you,
Renell,
sir.
professional. I love it.
There
I
you go,
love
Rena.
it.
I don't think it was a fail, Jamal, because you actually took a step and you actually entered into the actual therapy session. Regardless, and I think it allowed you to see that you're high functioning. Some people aren't on your level.
Yeah,
No excuses.
yeah, yeah,
Like, and I think just by you taking that step, it's a win automatically, regardless if you stayed in the entire session or not. You were
yeah.
able to see there's different severities or different levels to the
Hmm.
autism spectrum.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
regardless if you're high functioning, someone may not be. So, hey, you may be the person where someone's getting yelled at in Walmart and you could tell they're autistic, where you step in. That might have been what that session was for. Maybe for you to save someone's with autism's life a year from now. You never know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, it was definitely eye opening. Because I just assume autism, like people, it was going to be people like me, and it wasn't. And I was like, oh, right. Yeah, I had to. So anyway, but I think you're right. Glass half full. I'm going to keep at it. It's an 8-week program. So more to come on that. But tonight, it was kind of a rough start. But anyway,
So
so
when
I'm
you
giving
say
you
it's an
all-
8 week program, what happens after that after you, I guess, graduate from this one? What is there like phases or how does
yeah.
that?
So this is with I don't know if I want to give out the organization
No,
name.
we just keep it
Yeah,
general. Yeah.
so, but,
Mhm.
yeah, they have different, modules, so, like, this one is healthy relationships. They also have, adults, but different age ranges, so there's a 40 to 50, range, there's a young adult
Mhm.
range, there's, autistic parents,
Mhm.
these different support groups, and then, if you want to if, like, you wanna start dating, right, they have support groups about what it's like to be autistic and dating. So all
Yeah.
different types of subjects, but for me, it was just more about how to make friends and socialize. Um, I mask. Masking is like a term used by people who have
Mhm.
autism where you kind of fake it a little bit. You have to
Mhm.
blend in. If I were to be my true authentic self, it would seem off. So I rehearse and I go over what people are used to, accustomed to me saying, and I just do that. But the consequence of that is that I get tired. And so I'm only able to do it for so long, and then I get fatigued and I have to like recharge. So I thought it would be finding people who can relate to me on that level, but it just wasn't. So but, anyway, so yeah, so that was my
Well,
experience tonight.
you made a comment. You said, looking to make friends. You already have friends. You're surrounded by
Well,
friends.
yeah, of course, yes, but it's different when and we were touching on this about finding common ground, like, our go-to topic, you brought this up the other day, our go-to topic normally is what?
Yeah.
Titties and
Yeah.
ass.
That's one way to phrase it.
Is that the topic?
Women,
Titties and ass.
relationships.
Some titties in a
Women in
culo.
relationships. But now having this podcast gives us something else to
Yes.
commiserate and
Yes.
communicate about, right? So the same is true for people who have autism. I can relate to them and talk to them about that. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. I'm not trying to replace you. You're irreplaceable. So yeah.
You're
All right.
irreplaceable.
Exactly.
Nice,
They
man.
call you the Michael of our trio, Jermaine. And it's
Yeah.
funny
We're,
that your
we're
name is Jermaine, but you're not
you're not
Jermaine.
Jermaine. You're Michael. Yeah. We're the Jackson Three.
For sure. I think I'm Jermaine. I think Brunel,
Yeah.
you're more like
I'm Tito because he was lighter skinned brother, right? So I could probably get away with
I
Tito.
ain't even why I said that. But anyway,
I think they all
Was
was kind of
Tito?
light.
Wait, was Tito? Who was the lightest? Well, no, Michael ended up being the lightest, right?
Tito is light. No, yeah, you're right. Tito is like the lighter skin. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So remember,
Okay, well,
hey,
Jackson
You
hey,
Five.
saw his
I'll,
kids
I'll,
lately? Michael Jackson kids lately?
mm,
Yeah, I've seen them. What about them?
No, they're just big.
Oh
Big.
yeah,
Like
they
you
have
forget
grown.
that time keeps going. Like, wow, they're
Um,
almost 30 or 30. Like the girl is like, I don't know
wait,
what she does. I think she models also or something, right?
oh,
yeah,
she's that good
yeah.
looking?
She's
She's that.
decent looking. She has a mix between black and white, but I think it's more towards the white side. I think she has colored eyes, maybe green, maybe
Yeah,
blue. She's not
but
a bad looking
Oh,
woman.
he has a
yeah.
biological son who dances just like him.
Mm.
Michael Jackson. And there's a video on YouTube and I saw him and it's just like watching his daddy. It's crazy. So yeah, he had a
Mm.
lot of
Mhm.
secrets. I don't know, but
Understatement of the year, there, sir.
yeah, yeah. And those two guys who did Finding Neverland, come to find out, everything they said was a lie. I don't know if you heard
I
about that
wouldn't doubt
recently.
it.
Yeah, all of it was a lie, and they felt they could capitalize on it because he passed. And so after that happened, and his estate, aka his family, didn't want to help them out. They were like, "All right, f that. We about to about to roast your ass. And they tried, and then they did. And then no one vetted it. Like, they were on Oprah, they had the HBO documentary, and people were just like taking them at their word. Just for it to come out years later, they made the whole thing up. Crazy. Crazy.
People do anything for money, man.
It's
Nowadays,
crazy.
it's anything for clout.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all right. So I'm gonna do this. Since I can't do audio, I'm just gonna show pictures because we're gonna talk about our main topic, body augmentation. And we're not gonna be gender biased. We're not just gonna pick on women. We're gonna talk about both men and women because men do it too. And I think there's two sides of the coin. I think there's, times where, it could be done tastefully. Obviously, if you're in some sort of accident or were born with like a cleft palate or some deformity, there's that side of it. But then there's also kind of outrageous, what are you doing kind of thing, right? So here, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to, boom, right here. French man dies by suicide after a failed beard transplant by a real estate agent. Ugh. He didn't.
So
Now
he
look, yeah,
oh,
he killed himself.
well, so when we want to say, let's say self deletion on YouTube.
Oh.
It's
See,
cool. We're
there we go.
lobster. Is look, it happens all the time, but let's say self deletion. Those are one of the
Thank you
keywords.
for that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, or unalived. You're
Or
absolutely right.
unalive. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
So
Jermaine.
this
But
is after he tried to do a beard transplant. It didn't go over well, and then he self deleted himself because of that.
correct.
Hmm. Go ahead, Renan.
Correct.
So note to self, make sure you go to people that are actually trained to
Mhm.
do these things, authorized,
Mm.
certified. If I wanted to get something done, I'm not gonna go to JDog and say, hey, can you take care of this for me? No, because Jermaine's not qualified to do that. So that's the first thing I think of. But at the end of the day, what was his motive? Obviously, he wanted to make this adjustment to himself for aesthetic reasons, but he was also looking for a cheap ticket, right? Instead of paying what you get, what you pay for, right? So
Allegedly, we don't know. He might have been. He might have went to a good doctor. We don't know if it
yeah,
was a good doctor or a
well,
bad doctor.
it says
So
in
you see here, he traveled to
estate,
Istanbul.
yeah,
And Turkey is well known for having, like, being the hair transplant capital of the world. A lot of men fly there just for that. But
For
he got
beards, for beards.
any hair, yeah, beard, hair, yeah.
All
yeah,
right, sorry, I
and
was wrong. Like you
yeah,
chose the
and
wrong
the other,
dude to work on your shit.
He
Sorry.
chose the
yeah,
wrong guy,
yeah,
and
yeah,
he was only
100%,
24. He was from France, only 24. Good looking guy, and
yeah.
it's
I agree.
yeah.
But the other part is, you know, um, I don't, I don't have a problem with, nip tuck and doing whatever you need to do to, but so long as your reasoning to do it is you, right? Not YouTube, IG, social media, or influences from the outside, right? So long as you're doing it on your terms and because you want to make that improvement to yourself, not because you are being influenced by others to make those improvements to yourself.
Well, I think we're in an age where you can't help but compare yourself to other people. I mean, I don't fall in that category, but I know it's very powerful, social media, and I think it's unfortunate. I think so. I think there are two sides to the coin. I'm bringing up two sides of coins a lot tonight, but I think social media is great because it allows people on different parts of the planet to connect that otherwise they never would be able to. But then on the other hand, you have
Mhm.
instances where, you want to compare yourself to these people who are impossibly beautiful, live these lavish lifestyles, and then you can't help but feel inadequate or less than because of it. So it's a double-edged sword. I see this and I'm like, I wish there was someone in this corner to say, listen, you're perfect just how you are. You're a good-looking guy. And you're French. I'm sure with a French accent, you could just
That's
rinse
right.
all
C'est
day,
la
no
vie.
problem. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so, and he's no longer with us. And so, it's yeah. So I don't know. It's just different culture, different.
I'm not
Mm,
opposed. I've had plenty of family members and friends and acquaintances that have gone through procedures. Not something that I'm opposed to. Again, so long as it's something that you are doing for your own personal reasons, as opposed to allowing others to influence you. Right. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys and everyone who's watching, all three of them. But I've actually had work done, and it was, I guess you could say it was to build my confidence. I was very self-conscious about having my shirt off. And
Okay.
whatever I could do, whether it was trying to lose weight, doing push-ups,
Mhm,
swimming, I always had man boobs, right?
mhm,
Like they would always poke through my shirt, and it didn't matter what I did. Until I finally went to a plastic surgeon. He's like, "Yeah, this is very common. It actually it tends to be hereditary." And you're right, there was nothing you can do about it. So I think I was 26 or 27 when I had it done. So
mhm,
it's been a while. It's been over 20 years, but um, you know, I was in and out. Probably the procedure was like maybe an hour, and
mhm.
yeah, and ever since then, I gotta be honest, I have much more confidence, and in that regard, I think it made a lot of sense,
That that's a perfect example. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You did it on
Yeah,
your terms. You did it
yeah,
because it was something that you wanted to do to improve on yourself, and
right,
that I support that 100%. I'm just
right.
saying, when you allow others to influence those decisions for you, which I'm going to speculate here, maybe that was this case right here, right? So, and hopefully
Yeah,
that wasn't, but who knows?
yeah.
So I'll give my 2 cents.
Good Lord, look at that.
And I'm
Mhm.
looking, so I prefer women without any plastic surgery. It is,
Okay,
and I'm gonna speak on both parts. So women,
sure.
I just prefer women with no plastic surgery. I think women are innately beautiful,
Mm,
even if they don't have the same lips as their favorite model or Kylie Jenner or whichever one of those Jenners or whatever the other one's names are. Like, I
yeah.
think women are innately beautiful the way they come. I don't think that, I think the reason women get body modifications is because of unsaid peer pressure. There's not just women like, hey, I got my BBL, you need to get your BBL. They're not saying that. But what they are doing is advertising it online. And that's making women who may be a tad bit slim with no ass like, oh, so she has a million followers and she has a huge bum or she has huge breast. Let me emulate that and have work done. I don't like it. I dated a woman with fake breasts before. I wasn't like turned off, like, no, I'm never gonna touch them. Like, I didn't do that.
Oh, so
It
you
was
touch
more
them.
like, but
So you did
either
touch them.
way, I prefer, I would prefer A cups over fake D cups. I would. That's just me. I like natural beauty. I prefer real hair over fake hair or wigs. I prefer real lips over injections. I prefer the nose they come with over a button nose that they had put on there. Um, that's how
I'm
I
gonna
feel
play,
towards women.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now. So you have two women, they both have D cups, and they're both bearing their chest at you. Are you telling me you can tell the difference? 'Cause
Yes,
sometimes I can't tell the difference.
yes. Now I will say, Renell sent me a picture today, and I asked him like, "Are
Whoa,
her boobs
whoa.
fake?" And he said yes, but I don't even think he fucking know. But either way, but yes, if a woman has fake breast, if you have the exact same woman, everything aesthetically is the same besides her breasts. One pair of breasts are fake and one are not, and they take off their shirt, you will be able to tell. If you can't tell by sight, you'll be able to tell by touch. Because look, there are good plastic surgeons out there
Mhm.
that make it look really realistic, but breast or breast.
Yeah.
If they're fake and you feel them, you could tell they're fake. Because I'm a
Yeah.
slapper. Like I'll slap the breast, see like, okay, I want to see if it jiggle a little bit. Come back to her armpit. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see
You
a
are
little bit.
very thorough, sir.
Yeah, but
You slap him. Okay.
not too hard. Just like a little,
Thought of that.
just so it
Okay.
send a little joke to her, like, oh, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, but as far as men, um, it's funny that he's doing a beard. So I actually pulled this up while you guys were saying your comments. So this is what percentage of men to women get plastic surgery. Women account for 92% of all cosmetic procedures performed, and this is in 2028, while men accounted for the remaining 8%.
What kind
You
of
mean
And this
phone
is
is that?
2018?
March.
Future phone? What
Was
I'm
is it?
it,
sorry.
you mean 2028, 2018, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I said 2028,
Yeah.
2018. You're correct.
There we go. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So in 2018, it was 92%,
Hmm.
and then
That was
8%. And this is March 4th of 2025 for men. So majority of like, there's a minute portion of men that are getting plastic surgery. I can understand what you said, Jamal, about hereditary. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure in your situation, it was probably more muscle that made it bulge out, but it was, I'm not going to say deformed muscle, a certain type of muscle picking out, or fat over the muscle that was hereditary. Am I wrong?
It was fat. So it was
Okay.
about 2 ounces of fat just around the nipple that just no matter what I did. And if I flex now, I mean, I'm good. And I've been
Mhm.
this way now for 20 years. But
You're a sexy
you
man.
know,
That's all I got to say. You're a
well, thank
sexy
you.
man.
Yeah, you've seen me with my
Yeah.
shirt off, you know.
Yeah,
But
you are a sexy man. I got to say,
it
bro.
didn't matter what I
I was a
did. So
woman.
what? But yeah, I like it was just nagging me. And so I think when people say, oh, liposuction, this, that, I think it depends. It just depends. We're all different, we're all built
So
different.
yours was
Sometimes
considered lipo because they removed the fat. Yours was
it was
considered
fat that they
lipo,
removed. Yeah, so it was considered liposuction. Yeah, it was.
and I would
Mhm.
think they cut under the areola to remove it,
What do
or
they do?
lower.
What do they do? They like cut them out or like flipped it up and went
Okay,
in and
so they
yeah, and
went
then
lower. So it wasn't around your nipple. They actually went lower to the bottom of your chest plate
no, no,
and
no,
then
no.
made
It
an
was like
incision.
nipple. They like cut it, like they
Okay.
cut like almost like a C shape and then flipped
Hmm.
it and then went in and dug it
Yeah, the
out or something.
areola. The areola is the thing
Stereo.
around the nipple. Okay.
But
Okay.
you, but you can't see any, like, there's no scars or anything, right? Like, it's
You would
completely.
know. You
Yeah.
would not know.
Well, that's what happens when you have money for these type of surgeries. You don't end up like this dude we were just looking at.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You went to
Oh
someone that was certified,
yeah.
qualified to do the job.
This guy.
Hey, do you mind me asking how much it was for that procedure?
That was 20 years ago. I'm trying to maybe 2,500.
Oh, okay.
So $5,000 today.
Yeah, and I had LASIK too. The same price, around 2,500
Well,
bucks.
LASIK surgery is different though. You mean for your vision?
Yeah.
But I would look at that as different because it's your vision.
Really?
It's that's not that's not
That's not
You're
anything
cosmetic.
right. It's not
aesthetic.
cosmetic. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that's like getting a pair of glasses forever, one pair of
Yeah,
glasses, and you never have to change. That's what LASIK is. Like, hey,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. So, but so here we go. This is a woman who wanted to look like
oh God.
Angelina Angelina
Can
Jolie.
you make that larger?
Yeah, let me see. She's
Oh
a
my
she was a
goodness.
teenager too.
She wanted to look like Angelina Jolie? Bruh.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
Yo, she literally looks like a skeleton.
oh.
yeah.
You know what's the bad thing? Let me say this before you guys. You know what's the bad thing about this? I don't know if you guys ever researched this, but cosmetic surgery becomes addictive, especially to women, obviously, because it's more of them getting it done. It actually
Mhm.
becomes addictive. And you can tell this young lady has had numerous
Oh,
surgeries in order to, I would say, at least 20 to 30 surgeries in order to get to this point. She actually looks like Angelina Jolie if
kind of does.
Angelina Jolie was not alive.
Right. But that
Right.
nose is just doing its own thing. It's,
Yo, that's
It's
terrible.
it's a
I
ski
mean, it's
slope.
rough. But she paid for that. Think about that. She paid money to look like that.
Yeah. And the doctor stuck it.
And the doctors took it. Yeah. And it makes you wonder,
Oh, man.
are
They're going to
they
Mexico.
culpable? Go to Mexico, you said right now?
They're probably going to Mexico for that kind of stuff. Because any like legit,
For a
they
doctor
won't
to
take it.
keep doing that
Yeah, they're
to
not going
get
to
to
go
that
that
point
far.
is weird.
Their reputation
Yeah.
is everything. Yeah, they're not going to go
Yeah.
that far.
Yeah.
Mexico, oh, they'll take the money and run.
They don't give a what, huh? Well, don't
Please
go to
don't hold that
Mexico.
against me, Mexico. I love Mexico.
Good old Mexico.
Mhm.
Hey, I have a
But
question. Because I know we're live right now. If you click on something, can you see the two viewers that are watching who they are, Jamal? Like if we can give them a shout out?
I could
I have
probably
no idea.
guess.
We have no,
Engine number
don't know.
9.
I don't know.
It is shown on your guys' screen also, right? Like live, 51 minutes, etc. Then it shows the little eyeball with the number of people watching. You guys can see
I
that, right?
see the I see the eyeball.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, that's what the eyeball means?
Yeah, that's how
Mhm.
many people are watching.
Well,
Hey,
hello
two
to
people.
hey, I'll
Hey,
take
First
it.
screen. Hey,
first
the
night.
two people out there, we
Hey,
appreciate you guys.
absolutely.
We're coming every Monday and Thursday at 9
We might
p.m.
change that. We
E-
might change that.
Oh, we may change it.
We
As
may
of
change it.
now,
Yes.
it's Monday through Thursday. If changes do happen, we'll announce them on the next stream to give you
Yes.
advance notice rather. But we do appreciate you guys tuning in. Give some type of feedback, like, comment, share, subscribe. Feedback would be great. It actually helps in the algorithm. It helps us grow. And we'd love to hear from you, man. Like, it is what it is, brother, man. Our
Yeah.
sister girl.
We're in the
It is
chat.
what it is.
Shoot us some
It is what
questions, comments.
I'm pretty
Give
sure
us a good.
neither one of those are my son. He's probably playing 2K or doing homework. You know what I'm saying? I know it's
By the
not.
way, he
He's
hit
like,
me
man, I'm
up on
watching
social.
Luca and LeBron.
He hit me up on social, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool,
So we're
cool, cool.
connected.
So yeah. So anyway, I think we've killed that topic. I don't have
Yeah.
much else to say. I'm just yeah, I all the women I've been with have had some sort of work done, and I'm just like used to like, okay, it is what it is. And it's not for me, like you said, Jermaine, like I prefer natural. So in my mind, I feel women do it to compete with each other more so
Mhm.
than I mean, they try to justify it and say it's for men, like, women who get BBL say it's what men like. And I'm like, I don't think you actually ask men what they want. You just want it. Because I would never deal with a woman with a BBL. Their legs are pencil thin. They look like the letter P from the side. It's just not natural looking. So I would never want that. Hey, Bella and Ella TV
Who was
just
that?
said good luck. I don't know. Is that good or bad? She
Text him back
said
and
good
say
luck.
thank you for text. You should be able to text back. Text him back and tell him thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's their
Thank you.
name? Bella and who?
Bella and Ella TV.
Let
Yeah,
me see. They have a YouTube channel.
maybe. Yeah.
Hang on, let me try to find them. Let's see here.
I just texted her back, said thank you. Yeah.
Bella.
Um,
Obviously,
Bella
how
and
it sounds: Bella and
that's
ELLA.
Oh,
for the and
that's Mexico. That's
yeah, man. We're
Belaneja
worldwide.
is yeah, we are.
RJ
Because
squared, man. We are worldwide.
that's our little our Mexican realtor.
Wait. Is this it? Is it Bella and Ella TV and more? 6232.
And don't say and more, it just says Bella and sign Ella space TV.
Okay.
She's like, why did I send anything? Now all they want to do is talk about it.
That's what she said for real?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no,
wait.
no,
No, I don't.
no.
Yeah, right.
Hey, tell her this. Hey, type to her and tell her to send us her link.
Screenshot?
Yeah, her
Link.
link
Oh,
to her YouTube channel. I have the Ella TV show on.
Oh, you got it, Jay?
I got
No, I
it.
couldn't find it.
No, I was talking to the other Jay.
So Jermaine, so if you had to choose some sort of augmentation a girl would do, I know you said you prefer none, but if you had to choose one, what would it be?
Not breast, not booty. I would probably say nose. Because with the nose, you could take off a lot of meat before the cartilage. So it's not really that, like with breast augmentation, they're actually putting something in. With
Mm-hmm.
Botox, they're putting something in. Usually with a nose job, they're trimming.
Mm-hmm.
With lip injections, they're putting injections in and making the lips larger. Usually with nose jobs, the women are trying to make their nose more not symmetrical, but a little more pointy or a button nose. They're trying to take away the hook. Like if you have an Italian woman or a Greek woman or someone from Europe, they may have a
Yeah,
little hook nose and they're trying to shave that down. So they're
yeah,
removing something, not putting a foreign object into their body, if
right,
that makes sense.
right, right,
It's
right, right.
and
I
if
got
you look at it from a man's point of view, okay, if you go work out, what are you removing? You're removing your fat. You're not putting more fat in. You're removing the fat you already have. Oh, your
you.
jawbones are now showing, your jaw structure, your jawline. That's because
Mhm.
you lost weight and now you can see your jawline. You simply remove the fat. Now it accentuates what you already have. Now,
Yeah.
it's a tad bit different, obviously, with nose jobs, but I would
Mhm.
say a nose job, it's simple, it's clean.
That's a good
It-
one. No, that's good.
that's how I feel.
You can dramatically change how you look just with the nose job. I've seen before and after photos of like the same woman, and she looks completely different just from the
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah.
Looks like
So
a
that's good.
model after that. Mhm.
Renell, what about you? If you could choose one modification for your girl, what would
Uh,
it be?
I'm not. I'm on the same. I'm in the same boat. I prefer natural. I'm not
No,
really into the.
same. You weren't even listening. I said you had to pick one.
If I have to pick one,
I know what it is.
I would probably say lipo for the purposes of gathering the natural fat from the body and then injecting that lipo into the booty so that it's still natural.
So butt lift.
But that's it. Mhm.
So a BBL. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, but to me, because it's natural, I don't because sometimes they use implants for BBLs, right?
No, BBLs is when it's exactly what you described. It's taking fat from one place and sticking it in the butt. That's a
Okay, so
BBL.
then in that, yeah, I'm okay with that. Mhm.
But I do think they have other things with the butt where they actually put something
It's-
in and it's not
They
their
do,
fat. They do have
yeah,
that. But I think
Yeah,
a lot
they
of women are
have
veering away
silicone
from it.
implants. They do have that. And I think
Okay.
Kim Kardashian had that first and then went to BBL. I don't know.
Didn't
But
somebody's implant like bust like Nicki Minaj or something like when she sat
I'm
down like
sure it did.
yeah,
I'm
bro,
sure.
that's dang. I just look, if I had a daughter and she wanted to get some type of augmentation,
Mhm.
man, I don't know what I would tell. I wouldn't want her to do it. Like, even if my daughter
I,
was butt ass ugly, I'll lie to her and be like, look, you're the prettiest girl in the world. You don't need this.
And
Like,
I love it.
I would be afraid, man.
Mhm.
of
I would be
course, but
afraid. Bro.
it's
Whoa. You turn into there you go.
did I?
What
Sorry,
happened?
yeah,
Like the
technical
Spanish
difficulty.
spawn.
Yeah, he turned into like the creeper. What happened? There you go.
Yeah,
Well,
I lost my
I'm
train of
Oh,
gonna
we
I'm
thought.
got
Go
gonna
three.
ahead.
Hey, three. We're at three. You see it?
there it
Hey, this is
is.
the first podcast, people. RJ² Podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We have your host, Jamal. We have your host, Ray, aka Raynell. We have myself, the other host, the happy hypocrite himself, November Montgomery. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tune in. Let's do this.
Let's do this. So I was about to answer what mine would be, and mine's kind of a cop out, but
Oh, don't say ears.
no, I'm not gonna say ears. I'm gonna say teeth.
Oh, you know what? Wow, you hit me with a real one right now. You got me off guard. You caught me off guard. Go ahead.
Teeth. I like because beautiful. I've seen some jacked up teeth, and just now not like the super white with no. I like natural.
Raynell laughing. I'm sorry. Raynell.
Why what? You know something I don't? Why are you laughing?
No, 'cause I just
No, I gotta
no,
know.
you
What
gotta
happened?
tell the story, bro. You gotta tell the story.
Oh, you know the story? Or
Oh, that's not even why I brought that
I
up.
think he was traumatized.
That's not even why I brought that up. Why? Oh,
Okay.
I shouldn't tell that story, should I?
Yes, tell the story, man. That's why we're here. We gotta laugh.
Well,
So
this was on one of our many adventures in South America, in Colombia, Medellin, with my compadre, my hermano, mi hermano. I don't know what we were doing. We were just out, just looking, like two hungry wolves, just tongue out, just like lurking. And we went to a school of all places, just to find women, because that's what you do.
Universidad.
What's that?
Una Universidad.
Yeah, exactly. We went to Universidad. It was that. It was Universidad EA5, I think it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Which is a very popular school, by the way. Very, very prestigious in Medellin. Anyway,
good memory.
Renell, yeah, I'm telling you, man. So Renell spots this girl. I don't remember her name, but she had a very eclectic look, and she had a faux hawk, and she had on these like biker boots, and she had her long sleeves where they were rolled up, and she had like this big bag, and she just looked like I don't
She
know, like
stood
she was
out,
in
bro.
action.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
like just had a really cool look. And so Renell's like, "Yo, Jay, let's go talk to her. She looks good." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, let's go." So we go walk up, walking up a courage. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say, because my Spanish is crap. So I'm like, "Okay, you may have to help me out. Be my wingman." He's like, "Yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry about it." So we get up to her and he's like, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" He's doing this thing, right? And then she turns around and she's like, "Hi," and her teeth, and it's like camouflage. And I'm just like, what's that about? What's
Yeah.
going on? Okay, what's happening? Um, and I'm staring at her teeth, and I'm hoping Renell is talking for me because I can't for the life of me figure out why her teeth look like camouflage. Upon further inspection, she had on like Invisalign,
Re-
like
yeah.
retainers,
Retainer or something. Mhm.
and she must have had like a lot of coffee, and so the coffee like spilled into the retainer. Um,
Oh,
I don't think she was expecting
She
to be
wasn't
hit on
ready.
by you guys, but we did anyway. And you know what? We ended up having a great conversation, and I took her out for dinner.
took
So
off for dinner?
took her out for dinner. Had a great time. Yeah.
How
Had
much
good
meat?
But
chemistry
I'm
with
not
her
gonna
How
too.
much
talk
how
about
much
no,
meat did she order?
I don't even remember. Food in Medellin. What?
Yeah, how much meat did she order? Was how much meat was she able to consume?
Wow.
Oh,
You got
God. We went from a bad mouth to let's go.
yeah, no.
Hey,
It's
it's
No.
good
true.
work.
Am I lying? Am I lying?
Uh,
I ain't
So
mad
anyway,
at you. Hey, Jamal, I'm on your side.
I know,
uh,
but no, it
But
didn't
she was
work.
a nice girl overall. But
Yeah.
either way, to get back to the point, I do feel you about the teeth because you caught me off guard. And actually, since you said that, I'm actually going to change my answer to yours because I think
Oh,
a nose that you're born with is cool, but teeth, like,
y-
and I can't say I have the greatest teeth. Like I see people with smiles, and I'm like, damn. They shit
Right.
look like,
Right.
if Jesus put his hand up, like, hey, light, let it
Yeah.
be.
Exactly.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
can understand teeth. Teeth is a good one. I might actually
Yeah.
change my answer from nose to teeth.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
changing mine too. I like yours, Jamal.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going
he
with
caught me
yours
off
too.
guard with that one right now.
Mhm,
You know, yeah, because everyone
mhm.
goes for the face and the butt and the breath. No, man, teeth,
Like
man. Teeth are important.
you forced me to choose one, so I was kind of like, okay, whatever. But
You
I
could have
think that's
chose
that's a
teeth.
better.
You could
Yeah,
have
but
chose anything you wanted.
yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, you thought outside the box. I'm
I
impressed.
sure did.
Yeah,
So
I was trying to be
mhm.
cute with nose for the bitches who
Mm,
watching. I was trying to be
mm.
cute with a nose, but nah,
Well, we can't,
fix
we
your
can't,
grill.
we can't
But
forget about the business. So,
you know what? At the end of the day, though, it is incredibly important, right? That hygiene and just
dental
having
hygiene.
that.
Are we having a
Yes,
public service announcement about dental hygiene?
yeah.
It
It
is
is a
important.
public service
Paul.
announcement.
Hey, you know what?
Yes.
I got a crazy story. Um, you guys know her, Crystal
Oh,
from high
last name
school.
begins with an M.
Her last name begins with a. Crystal.
You threw me off with that, but
She
okay, go
actually
ahead.
dates some. Well, she's married to somebody who you guys know, who went to the same high school.
Hold up. How come Bella and Ella TV just responded? I'm going to read to you what she says. She says, I am Colombian and Lipo,
Let's leave her.
BBL.
Is
I
that
don't know.
beautiful?
Lipo. Okay. I am Colombian and lipo, BBL, breast augmentation, etc. is very common. Girls do it for all kinds of reasons. Girls do it to look better, but the problem is when they can't stop. Okay.
We agree.
Yes.
What's her name?
Bella Neja TV, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
And yes, appreciate your
Muchas
comment.
gracias. Yes.
Por
Jamal.
favor,
Jamal.
siga comentando y siga hablando con nosotros,
Chewing on
que
it.
si
Copy. We
querés,
know you're
puedes
Colombian. Right.
hablar
Sit
en
down.
español.
Go ahead. Jermaine, what were you saying?
So she said she had some type of aesthetic augmentation
I think she was speaking on behalf of women in
in
general,
general.
saying
Okay.
that it's very common and there are different reasons, but that it can become a problem. They can do it too much. I
Yeah, when
think
they
that's what.
over. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, look,
yeah.
we agree with you, Bella and Ella. I they're probably sisters, actually, I would think. But
Mhm.
we agree with you that we have no problem with women doing it. But if she's been watching, I'll say this directly to you, the excessiveness is where it becomes dangerous. Not
Mhm.
because my whole
That's what
thing
she's
is,
saying.
yeah, I
She's
understand.
saying that. Mhm.
I that's literally what I'm pointing out right now. Um, my whole thing is I believe women have an innate beauty. And if you're religious, you actually believe God created you the way you're supposed to be. If you're coming from a religious standpoint. So
Mhm.
some men will like skinny women, men will like Coca-Cola bottle shaped women. Some men may like thicker
Right.
women. But there's always a man that will appreciate your beauty, your shape, your smile, your hair, your facial structure, your toes, your nails, how they are. That's all I'm saying. So, but we appreciate Bella and Ella. We appreciate the commentary. Hey, tune in. Hey, look, we are always going to remember you because this is literally our first official stream. So when you
Yes.
commenting, I really want to say I appreciate the engagement. Thank you.
Yes.
And feel
Thank you.
free to comment in Spanish. We have translators on board.
Go ahead, Radell. Say pretty much that dumb shit I
I,
said to boost her head up in Spanish.
Yeah, go
but
ahead, Renell. Do that.
I have a suspicion that might be, but yeah.
But you know them, so you
Somebody
know
you know.
everyone.
It's, well, yeah. But I don't know who that is. But so Bella Nella, si quieres comentar en español, por favor, bien puede.
That's right. Okay.
That's it. All that shit I said, and that's what you said.
I just basically told her if she wants to comment in Spanish, feel free to do so. Go for it.
Okay, nice.
Mm.
There you
Ask her.
go. You know
Hey,
you
ask
know
her.
them.
Does she have a YouTube channel?
I think she
or a Twitch or
does.
a Twitter or something. Ask her.
I just, yeah, okay. It, uh,
Or ask her. Just ask her what's her social media.
There you
we
go.
did, and she didn't respond. I think she's being
Oh,
incognito right
there you
now.
go. Oh no, that was you. I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
You're chatting. All right.
But anyways,
Um,
I think we were getting on something. We're moving on to something else, or were we still
no,
gonna?
no, that was it. Cause I messed up with the videos.
All right,
That was gonna take quite a bit of time actually, because I had like 10 and they're each
it's been
like
going
20.
well.
Was that?
It's been going well.
Yeah, no. Well, we're about to wrap up because
Mhm.
that's it. That's all I've got.
Hey, Renell, let's ask Ella, to send us a video that she wants us to react to.
Okay.
Ask her to send us that. If she wants, like, if she has a video that she thinks would be engaging for us to react to, ask her.
Mhm.
That would be cool to actually receive a video from a outside perspective that we can react to that we know nothing about.
Yeah, yeah, that would be good. Well, I'm about to sign us off, fellas, because yep, that's all I
I
got. But
do want to
I think
say, I have to say
yeah.
one thing that's completely off the topic, these topics that we're talking about today, but that has to do with the podcast in general. I just want to say to you guys, thank you for bringing me on board. This is again a pleasure and honor. I'm having so much fun just doing this
Yeah.
and connecting with both of you. The other part to this is I have to say, in what have we been doing this like a week now? Something like that? Has it been a week?
Yeah, we had the one lost episode that maybe will be uploaded someday if we figure out how to delete
Clean out some of
scenes
those
and
names. Yeah.
yeah, take names out maybe. So,
Yeah.
It's been
we're
5 days
trying to
since
find
that
out.
shoot. It's been
Yeah.
5 days since that dry run
Yeah,
on Sunday.
Okay.
I thought it was a great drive run. Had we just known what not to say, I think it would have gone
Hmm.
up. But yeah,
Hmm.
we'll see what happens in the future. But
But go ahead,
And I have to
Renell. I
say,
apologize.
like, I no, you're good. And in the last 5 days, I mean, just through, I'm not much of a socials guy, like as far as the social media
Mhm,
thing is concerned, but I've
mhm.
connected with old friends, and the old romances and stuff like that. And it's good to hear from them. And one in particular that I spoke to today. So if you're out there and you're listening, I look forward to connecting and saying hello and seeing how you're doing. I'm really happy that we connected again.
Absolutely, Tremaine. What are you doing?
He looks
What,
forward
what,
to connecting with her, an old flame.
No,
okay,
it's not even that kind
what
of
were
a
you
party,
doing?
bro.
I'm confused.
You know what he's doing? Come on,
Okay,
man.
okay.
It's not that type of party.
I don't know.
No,
I
Am
don't
I the
know.
only one that's gonna be truthful on this shit?
I don't know.
I hooked up with the old flame. It was really good hearing from
it
her,
what?
and she's
But
doing
see the thing is,
great.
I'm not 15 anymore. I'm not 15 anymore, right? We're not 15. We're old aristocratic men now, right? Established. We know what we want and do in life, right? So it's a little bit different these days, right?
I understand. I
So what
understand.
That's my
happened with
story, and I'm sticking to it.
the crystal story? What happened?
Oh, we were talking
Oh,
about
yeah, yeah,
teeth.
yeah.
So Crystal Altram. Actually, I'll just say her name, Crystal Altram. She's married to Crystal Altram, right? She's
Is
married
that her married
to
name?
Jesus.
Mm-mm.
What's his name? What's his name?
Oh, I'm trying.
I can't think, but she went to high school with us. But
Okay.
she was so particular about teeth. She used to this the only chick I ever known in middle school, high school, who brought toothbrush, toothpaste, floss to high school. And after every meal, she would floss and brush her teeth. She had the most immaculate teeth, but you can
Yeah,
tell her parents instilled in her, take care of yourself.
Hmm.
yeah,
That's what I wanted to say.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, good for
Yeah.
I
her.
don't know if I'm
I
flossing
don't do
after
that.
every meal.
I don't do that,
I,
but good
I
for her.
floss once a night.
Yeah.
No, man, but thank you right now for the shout out. Look, will I say some crazy stuff on this stream because I know this is the first official stream? Yes, I'm gonna say some crazy stuff. Do not take it personally. We're going to respect women over here, but we're also going to tell the truth. We are going to respect men over here, but we're also going to tell the truth. It doesn't mean that I'm right or Renell right or Jamal is right. We're just giving different perspectives of how we view certain things. I want to make sure if people are watching now and people watching the future that they understand this is not an indictment to how you live your life. Everyone has their own choice, how they want to live. We're only giving our perspective. I
Mhm.
appreciate you guys tuning in. RJ². Go ahead, Jamal.
So before I do the outro, I want you each to tell us where people can find you on social. So Renell, you go first.
You can find me on Instagram at Raynell Saad Jr.
All right. And Jermaine, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram also. Everything is November Montgomery. Instagram as well as Facebook. And you well, we won't advertise the other YouTube. But yeah, Instagram, Facebook, November Montgomery. Feel free to reach out. November Montgomery at iCloud.com if you want to send a personal email so it's not viewed by everyone. That's fine also.
All right. And I'm Jamal, and yeah, you can find me at Jamal is Good. I am at Jamal is Good on Instagram as well as Blue Sky. I try my hand at Blue Sky because I didn't want to go on X. So at Jamal is Good on Blue Sky as well as Instagram. That's where you can find me. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap for tonight's show. This is the RJ² Podcast where the conversation never stops. If you enjoyed this podcast, please do us a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Do drop a comment in the comment section. And remember, we're here every Monday and Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern on both YouTube and Instagram for live stream. And until the next time, keep it grown, keep it honest, and as always, join the conversation.
Salud.
Peace.